High in the Sierra Nevada mountains, a melody echoes. It's a symphony of nature played out on a canvas of water and sky. This is Lake Tahoe. Its beauty is almost impossible to describe. The air is crisp and clear. The water shimmers like a sapphire, reflecting the heavens above. Imagine standing on the shore. The sun is setting. The sky explodes with color. Orange, pink, and purple hues dance on the water's surface. This is a place where time seems to stand still, a place of peace and tranquility, but Lake Tahoe is more than just a pretty face. It holds stories within its depths, tales of ancient times, of powerful forces, and of life clinging to existence. This is a journey into the heart of a natural wonder, a journey to discover the secrets of Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe's beauty is captivating. Its waters are renowned for their clarity. You can see down over 70 feet below the surface on a good day. This purity is due to the lake's depth and the filtering effect of the surrounding granite. The lake is an artist's palette of blues and greens, deep azure in the center, where the water plunges to depths of over 1,600 feet. Nearer the shore, it shifts to turquoise and emerald, revealing submerged boulders and forests of submerged trees. Surrounding the lake are towering mountains. Pine and fir forests blanket their slopes, reaching down to the water's edge. Granite peaks, sculpted by glaciers, pierce the sky. Waterfalls cascade down rocky cliffs, adding their music to the symphony of nature. This landscape is a testament to the power of nature, a reminder that we are just visitors in this world, and that we have a responsibility to protect its beauty for generations to come. To understand Lake Tahoe, we must travel back in time. Millions of years ago, this region was a landscape of fire. Volcanoes erupted, spewing lava and ash across the land. Over millennia, these eruptions built up the Sierra Nevada range. Then the earth itself began to move. Tectonic plates collided, forcing the mountains ever higher. Faults, cracks in the earth's crust appeared. These faults would play a crucial role in the formation of Lake Tahoe. As the mountains rose, the climate changed. Gone were the fiery volcanoes. In their place came a new force, ice. Glaciers, vast rivers of ice, began to carve their way through the mountains. These glaciers would be the sculptors of Lake Tahoe. Imagine a time when the Tahoe Basin was not a lake but a valley. Glaciers flowing down from the mountains carved out this valley. They gouged out depressions in the earth, leaving behind a landscape ripe for the birth of a lake. One of these glaciers, the mighty Tahoe Glacier, carved out a deep basin. As the climate warmed, the glaciers retreated. Meltwater filled the basin. Trapped by a natural dam formed by glacial moraines, the debris left behind by the retreating ice. And so Lake Tahoe was born, a lake cradled in the heart of mountains. Its waters a reflection of both fire and ice. The legacy of its volcanic past can still be seen in the hot springs that bubble up around the lake. And the glaciers, though long gone, left their mark on the landscape. Life on the edge of brilliance. Lake Tahoe's beauty is more than skin deep. Beneath its surface and along its shores thrives a delicate ecosystem. It's a world of adaptation, where life clings to existence in the face of extreme conditions. Within the lake's depths, cold-water fish like the Lahontan cutthroat trout, once thought to be extinct, patrol the clear waters. Tiny opossum shrimp, a vital part of the food chain, drift in the currents. On the lakebed, aquatic insects crawl among submerged logs, remnants of a time when the lake level was lower. Along the shoreline, life finds a foothold in the thin soil. Jeffrey pine and white fir trees, their roots clinging tenaciously to granite slopes, dominate the landscape. Black bears lumber through the forests, while nimble chipmunks dart among the rocks. High above, bald eagles soar, their keen eyes scanning the water for a meal. This delicate balance is a reminder that Lake Tahoe's beauty is not just visual but ecological. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest tree, plays a vital role in maintaining this fragile ecosystem. Echoes in the pines. Lake Tahoe's story is not just one of geology and ecology, it's also a story of people. For thousands of years, the Washoe Native American tribe has called this place home. To them, Lake Tahoe, or Da'awaga in their language, is a sacred place, a source of life and spirituality. The Washoe lived in harmony with the lake, fishing its waters, gathering its plants, and respecting its power. Their legends and stories, passed down through generations, tell of the lake's creation, of the animals that live in its depths, and of the spirits that reside in the mountains. The arrival of European settlers in the 19th century brought significant changes to the Tahoe Basin. Logging, mining, and tourism all took their toll on the environment. The Washoe people, their way of life disrupted, were forced to adapt to a changing world. Yet despite these challenges, the Washoe people have never lost their connection to Lake Tahoe. They continue to act as stewards of this sacred place, working to protect its beauty and share its story with the world. A treasure for all time, Lake Tahoe's beauty and ecological significance have not gone unnoticed. In 1980, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, designated Lake Tahoe as a biosphere reserve. This designation recognizes the lake's importance as a place of learning and research and as a model for sustainable living. The Biosphere Reserve encompasses not just the lake itself, but also the surrounding mountains and forests. It's a reminder that Lake Tahoe is not an isolated ecosystem, but part of a larger, interconnected web of life. The designation as a biosphere reserve comes with responsibilities. It requires a commitment to conservation, to scientific research, and to education. It's a call to action, urging us to protect this treasure for future generations. Guardians of the lake. Protecting a treasure like Lake Tahoe is no easy task. It requires a concerted effort from everyone: governments, scientists, businesses, and individuals alike. Thankfully, Lake Tahoe has many guardians working tirelessly to preserve its beauty. Scientists monitor the lake's health, tracking its clarity, water quality, and the delicate balance of its ecosystem. Conservation groups work to restore damaged habitats, protect endangered species, and educate the public about the importance of stewardship. Local businesses are doing their part by adopting sustainable practices, reducing their environmental footprint, and supporting conservation efforts. And individuals can make a difference by practicing leave-no-trace principles when visiting the lake, reducing their water usage, and supporting organizations working to protect this precious resource. The final note. As the sun sets on another day at Lake Tahoe, casting long shadows across the water, we are left with a sense of awe and responsibility. Awe at the lake's beauty, its history, and the delicate web of life it supports. Responsibility to protect this treasure, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. Lake Tahoe is more than just a lake. It's a symbol of the power of nature, the importance of conservation, and the interconnectedness of all living things. It's a reminder that we are all connected to this planet and that we have a responsibility to be good stewards of its resources. The final note of Lake Tahoe's symphony is yet to be written. It's up to us, the current generation, to ensure that it's a melody of hope, of conservation, and of a future where both people and nature can thrive together. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing.